Hi everybody, welcome to this highlights video from my first look at the opening round in Pro. Shot a -28 first thing this morning, it's not too bad. Definitely left a couple out there, but we've got some good stuff to work with. So we're going to start with hole 2, and we've got a very nice hole in 1 here. Playing with the Kingmaker, we do have crosswind left to right. 2.3 bars top spin, 1 bar side spin to the right, and we set up here with the ball guide going to the pin. Important thing here, do use a flicker of 1201 pull angle. This is because that fairway does slope slightly uphill. So flicker 1201 and it's mid plus 10, power 3, which is equal to 1 on 1. And with a very nice line to the pin here. This rough bump has been good in many wind directions, so very nice to drop it here with left to right. Perfect ball. And just remember the pull angle, it is important here, otherwise you will hit the rough too high. But look at that, goes beautifully in for hole in 1 on hole number 2. Next we're going to look at hole 4, which is obviously the next par 3. We do have predominantly tailwind here. So I'm going same position as before with the blue ring, top left and right, touching the bunker there. I go 3.5 backspin, 1.5 bars side spin left, but we do need to put a tweak in on this one. Adjustment here, I'm using max plus 25, power 3 numbers. Trying to do a straight pull as possible, a bit tricky when we zoomed out that much, but we'll see how we go anyway. We do give it a perfect, so that's good to test what we're doing for a first look. And we bounce okay. The speed is good here, but just need to put a tweak in there. Very nice speed. We don't want to come in any hotter, but just missing slightly to the right. Hole number 5 next, awkward wind angle here. So it's all about getting to minimum grizzly for the second shot. So I'm going with the big topper. I've got level 6 on this one. Obviously, if you've got level 5 or below, you will need to add a bit more overpower. But I'm going 8 bars top spin, 1 bar side spin to the right. And my adjustment here is max plus 10. And then we are going to go, even with a level 6 big topper, we are going to go into OP. So just have a look how many rings you adjust into here with your max plus 10. 1.5 we see there, so that's what I'm going to go with. And obviously with the big topper, got to just knuckle down and hit perfect with the thing. Bad great left or great right obviously is going to cost you a good chance here with the accuracy of these drivers. We just make it over there, to be honest, so make sure you get your overpower correct. And we've got an interesting shot with the grizzly. I'm going to go from the minimum distance line here, even though obviously we start in thorn range, we're not going to be able to adjust. So min grizzly. I'm going 3.5 backspin, half a bar side spin to the left. Now, I play this one min plus 20, but we do just miss. So I think we need to find a better landing spot here and just change the side spin. I do like the adjustment. Maybe we need to tweak it 5%. But we have a good look at it, and I do think this is going to be an important drop to get, really, especially considering some of the headwind angles on the other holes. But again, we test it with a perfect, which is all we can ask really for a first look. And look at that, just a couple of decimals away. So a small tweak there, should have that one in. Hole 7, going for the rough bump above the bunker here. Obviously there is another one slightly further back to the right in between the bunkers. But this is what I'm going to try here. I don't know whether I'm going to proceed with this or actually try it further back there where you see the right hand side of the white ring in between the take shot and the clan icon. That's the other point. But here I go max plus 25. Again, I'm going with a flicker 1201 because I just want to reduce my distance slightly here and not overshoot. But 3.5 backspin anyway. I do believe this is over adjusted. Just a tad. But you got a choice really, but rough bump here is the best chance for a hole in 1. And next we're going to look at hole 9. And I was thinking we get headwind here, but no, they're giving us that on 18 instead. So I'm going with top spin and right spin. Obviously, if you don't want to overpower, you can use a berserker here, but it gives you more wind for the second shot. The adjustment here, max plus 10. Then I'm going to push up to max after I adjust, and then I go with 5 rings of overpower. Do hit a great ball here, but we're okay. You know, we've got some accuracy with the Thor's Hammer 6, so we're in you know, a playable position for the second shot. So second shot, obviously you need to be a little bit nearer the green here. So the great ball did cost us on the previous drive. But instead, I'm pushing up 10 rings and going with some backspin. I tried this one, rings from min plus 20, so I think it was 13% slider. But sadly hit a great ball. But it's a really good wind angle actually for the albatross attempt here. You know, like I say, a little bit of better drive, get us a bit closer. We can play, obviously, with a bit more backspin. I do think you are going to see some nice albas on this one. On to the back 9 anyway. Now we're going to start with hole 10. And I was very surprised they gave us this wind. It was very similar to the the qualifying round. So it's big topper and zerker for me. Max topspin, 1 right. Stretching out there, just looking at the ball guide, being a ring and a half away from the rough. Adjust max plus 10. Mistake I make here is I don't push enough up. I was being a bit cautious with the big topper level 6 because it does have more distance than lower levels, but we definitely need to go a little bit further up. You'll see my first bounce here, it is too short, and I think that costs us a bit of pace on the roll down. So just look at this first bounce. You know, definitely could be pushing that further up. This does come in, look, very, very slowly over the hill. And we catch the point of the rock. So it's one of those 50-50 ones, really. It's a savable rough iron from there, but we do need to really... we want to miss that point if we can. Hole 11, direct headwind. Okay, so... did hit perfect here. We didn't get it in the hole, but we do have a tweak, which you can use. 2.7 top spin, 1 bar side spin to the right. Again, I'm going with the same position as before. Ball guide through the hole though, because we do have some headwind to deal with. The adjust I did here is mid plus 20. And you'll see here, just look, I'm wanting to land exactly centre of the rough between the bunker and the fairway. So what we're going to do is just look at our landing point here. I do think my pull angle was maybe a little bit bad here. So I do need to do a better pull. But it's a testing shot, so... but look, we're a little bit low. We're a little bit low, so I do think we can take a little bit more adjustment and a better pull angle here to have a good chance on hole 11. Hole 13, we have a drop here, and it's actually a wind we had in the Phantom Mansion tournament. Looking at the blue ring being very close to both bunkers here, bottom left and the top right of it. 4 bars backspin, 0.2 bars side spin left, and the adjustment here, max plus 35. And what I'm aiming for with the pull angle is a flicker 1201. We do have a strong wind here, even in pro with a Kingmaker. This is on the brighter side of the wind strengths. So I think slightly inaccurate pull here. We just sneak this one in, to be honest. But again, it's very difficult on this hole to get an accurate adjust because you zoomed out quite a bit. And I do want to use a single pull adjustment. But look at this. We just sneak it in on the left edge. But something to work with anyway. It's nice to get a drop there. 15 now. We have an albatross here. I'm going with the extra mile 9 for the distance. Obviously, APOC. I do have APOC 5 on this account, but I don't feel That's particularly useful because you may not all have 240-yard drivers. So this should be a no move, but I had the wrong club in to begin with. 6 top spin, 2 right spin, max plus 10, then go with some overpower. I only just have enough here, so I'd go with 5 rings of OP. Probably max OP if you have Thor's Hammer with only 234 yards or less. Great Right isn't going to worry me really here, even with extra mile 9. But look at that, we only just make it, so do go with more overpower, please. But this, tricky wind, really, just get it down there. Now here I'm using a trick I used in qualifying round. I'm pulling back 10 rings from max, or thereabouts. And then I'm applying spin to get the ball guide to the hole. In this case, it's a click of top spin and 1.2 bar side spin to the left. But this is going to vary depending, obviously, how you hit your drive. But here we're going 70% slider, 40% elevation. So if you do pull 10 rings back from max, play 70% slider here. And again, if you do get a drop here, it really is, in my opinion, a good bonus, to be honest. This is a tricky wind angle, but we do hit it perfect, so we're giving it a chance. But we have another sneaker here. Look at this, just on the edge, and I didn't think it was going to go. But we'll take it. It's a difficult shot to drop. Finally, we're going to look at hole 16. Now, I'm trying a ball swap here. Enter it with a navigator, get the wind value, then switch to power 0. 5.2 backspin with the quarterback at minimum distance. Ball guide going through the hole. Then my adjustment here is minimum distance 15 elevation, so min plus 15, power 3 numbers. But I'm obviously still adjusting for the navigator wind value, because what we're going to do here, after adjusting, we're going to then switch to a navigator and take our shot. Can't set up with a navigator because you won't find the landing position. Sadly here, it's a real bummer. I hit a great left, but I do believe, just look at the landing point here, I do believe a perfect would have been close. So it's a tricky one, may not be for everybody, but I'm going to have a go at this later on, see if I can get that to drop. Thank you for watching and good luck. Bye for now.